there, it's me, Lauren with Bold Notion Quilting, and I wanted to take a few minutes today and show you a video on how to do some ruler work with a circular type ruler. I'm showing you my Border Buddy ruler. You can get this ruler on boldnotionquilting.com in the product section with the rulers. We do have a few in stock. And I wanted to show you just how you would use this to do different border and sashing designs on your quilt. Now this ruler is comprised of a couple different things. You have the outer circle that you can use to get a nice big 7.5-inch circle when you stitch it. You can also have some curved cross hatching lines, that 1/4-inch lines from the outside that can allow you to do curved cross hatching, arches, swags, all different kinds of curved ruler work so that you can use this for more than just circles. And then you've got 3 different inner circles in the ruler that are slightly smaller than typical border and sashing widths. So a typical border or sashing is going to be 1 inch, 2 inch, or 3 inches. And so the size of the circles are 3/4 of an inch instead of 1 inch, 1 3/4 inch instead of 2 inches, and 2 3/4 inch instead of 3 inches. Because I don't know about you, but when I piece, which isn't often, those sashings and borders sometimes are a little bit smaller than 1 inch or 2 inches or what have you. So I made them a little bit smaller so that they can fit in those sashings with no problem. I'm going to show you some techniques today that you will utilize the ruler and some free motion quilting designs to get you some fun, fresh, and funky contemporary quilting techniques and designs on your quilt tops to give you some more versatility with your one tool to get your quilt job done. So let's head to the machine and take a look at that now. So we are going to do this kind of circular snail trail type design. We're going to utilize the 1 3/4 inch circle in a 2.5-inch sashing. Now you can do this on a 3-inch sashing or a 4-inch sashing. You just need to use the bigger circle to do it. The goal really is just to make sure that the entire circle fits in the sashing. So if when you stitch, you're 1/4 inch away from the edge, you want to make sure that you're going to stay inside the whole sashing piece. So my 2 3/4 inch was too big for my 2.5-inch circle, so we're going to use the 1 3/4. I have a bunch of basting stitches, just ignore those. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken my 2.5-inch sashing and I took a marking pen and I marked the middle of my sashing. I have, on all my circles, I'll show you on the little baby one, 90 and 45-degree marking lines, okay? And we're going to utilize the 90 to stay in line with that 1/2 inch, that half mark right there, and we're going to use the 45s as our stopping and starting point. So to get started, because we're going to start at the 45-degree mark for our circle, if I line up my 90-degree marks and my 45, I'm just going to make sure that I can stitch this on either side of my hexagon, and I can. So I'm going to line up my 90-degree here, and I'm going to start my needle at my 45-degree here. So I'm just going to pull up my thread and tack it down. We'll just go, dividing thread widths just a little bit. And with your needle up, if you can pull on your threads and neither of them move, you have a knot. Alright, so we're just going to put the needle down. When I stitch, I like to put my threads underneath my ruler. That'll ensure that they don't get caught in anything. And I'll go ahead and give this a close. I will line up my 90-degree on my blue line. This one I'm kind of guesstimating, but you could always draw that line past the point. And my needle is at the 45 degree. I'm going to go ahead and stitch my circle around, come up, stop my needle at the next 45 mark, slide this over. Now this is the trickiest part. Instead of continuing it down, we're going to go up. So you got to come down into your 45, stop when you hit your previous circle, go back up, and continue back around till you get to 45 degrees. Okay? So we're creating a series of, these remind me of old, Venn diagrams we used to do in school. Come up and touch, come back down and around. Go all all the way back up to the next 45. And if I take this off, those almost kind of look like baseballs. You could do baseballs with this design if you did full circles. But you can see how you have one complete circle down and one with the completed part of the circle up, down, and then we'll keep going up, down, till we're finished. Got our needle at 45, 90, 90. Come down and touch the completed circle, back up, around, and all the way over. Scoot. Then you're lining up that next 45 on the other side. Come up and touch. Come back down all the way around. And you do want to do it one more time when you get to the end, just to keep the continuity of design flowing. That black line right there is where my I anticipate my binding going. Okay, so now we got to go back in and fill it in. You could fill it in with a series of different designs that you might know, but we're going to do a couple different ones. I'm going to use part of my circle to backtrack. Okay, and I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to fill with the back and forth. Now you can fill with the back and forth like I did. You could do pebbles. Those would probably look really cute. Or you could do the ribbon candy like I did. But I'm going to keep it the same as the one I just showed you. I'm going to do it back and forth. I'll stop at the point of where my two circles meet. I'll line up my circle ruler. And I'm just actually going to do like a double stitch line and come back a little bit. Do ribbon candy with a hook on the top and echo it back in and around. When something is this structured, I like to use my ruler to kind of go back over things. I think it looks a little bit nicer if the ribbon candy gets a little bit smaller towards the top. Almost like doing a figure 8 design and then having that design kind of come back on itself, and it just looks like a piece of ribbon kind of folded into itself. When you place your ruler back down, you want to make sure that all parts of the ruler are a 1/4 of an inch away so that you don't accidentally go outside of the realm of what you're stitching. Now you can do these where the tops and the bottoms don't alternate. They could all be on the same side. You could use different fills. It's funny because my husband said this looks really tedious, but honestly it was a lot easier than the other 3 designs that I filmed. A lot less thinking on this design. Just make your alternating skeleton up or down, and then you fill it. And then I wanted some way to finish and to take up the rest of the space, so I just did kind of like an echo. And I'll show you that as I finish. I try to do whatever I can with just one single stitch line. Oh, you know, I just realized this one doesn't have the closed part, and I almost filled it in. So if I line up my 90 degrees, I've got to get to my 45, and then we'll stitch to another 45 here. Made that one a little bit too wide, but it's okay. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't do anything here. I'm actually going to stitch something else right in this area. Fill that circle in at the top. It's got to look like it's melting into the other circle, right? Or into the hexagon. That is sloppy, but it's okay. Okay, and then we're just going to echo with our hopping foot. Remember, this is where my binding is, so I'm not going to worry too much about all that. Then you can fill with whatever is easiest for you. I'm just going to do a real wide open back and forth design to create some contrast between this design and the elements that'll be around it. But I think pebbles would look really nice here. Or maybe even if you did that back and forth design, like what's in the middle of those circles. There's a real lazy travel in here. But you can do whatever you think will look nicest for the designs that you're doing. And then you just want to tack your designs off, or tack your threads off. Then you have the Snail Trail Design. So I thought that was pretty fun. I don't think it's crazy tedious to do. Once you get into it, it feels really fluid. And I think that even from like a distance, it's pretty striking. So, and it's a lot of fun. It's just something different that you can do with a circle ruler. But I really love the versatility of the Border Buddy because I have all those different sizes that I can use, and I wanted to give you some good variety between like a medium size design, a small design, and some larger designs like when we use our 3-inch ruler. So I hope that that was helpful for you. If you are interested in getting one of the Border Buddy rulers, there's a link below this video, or you can visit boldnotionquilting.com. Check in the products. Under the ruler section, the Border Buddies are there. Sometimes we have some dent and ding sales, so you can get them for super cheap, so go ahead and check it out. Take care and happy quilting.